So, I'm back at this place, 300 South 12th Street, Newark, New Jersey. The quote-unquote safe haven, transitional housing for you to get your feet going, or just a place to put your feet up. But they charge you $800 a month. Something that you would actually pay for rent in a real apartment. So, to jump off my prior video, today was a complete day of harassment. Being followed into places that I eat, being followed into the pharmacy, being followed on a bus. The same row of cars that just continue to go and go and go. Once you get their license plate, they start to put on dealer plates over the license plate. So it's a different car. Now, I got a couple pictures of people. I guess you could name them rats for hire in Newark. It's kind of fucked up. So, back to this place. The cops got here before I did, and the owner let them set this room up with confidential informants and probably they're just confidential informants next to me and behind me and a couple out there in the hallway. So now the cop is telling them that they should come in and run up in my room and beat me up and take whatever they can real quick before I get arrested. Now, that's a violation of civil rights. It's encouragement. It's threatening. It's making my life completely. I'm devastated and I'm afraid for my life. And when I post these things, I'm afraid of retaliation. And not only that, the sense of retaliation that I'm afraid of is physical from these people. And then if I do get arrested, it's going to be physical from the officers. Because they have already said that they're going to fuck me up and hurt me and break my arms and all this other shit. And a lot of it I wish I had on recording. However, I do have 2 years of emails and documentation in the email stating the things that were going on at the time and the things that they were doing at the time. So the owner of this place allowed police to allow people to come into this place knowing that they were going to make my life miserable. After I get out of a hospital, a psychiatric hospital in Phoenix, Arizona, being followed the whole time back, and then I go to hotels and they trap me at hotels because they get managers at the hotels to allow them to pick a room and put people to the side of me and of course people behind me. And that's not only the same places. I go to friends' houses, I go to doctor's appointments, I go to hospitals, I go to family's house. I just go on basic walks, even to drive with my family. They follow and they interrupt, and then they go and they make sure that they somehow lock you out of your phone to get your passcodes, and then so they could get your password, and then they could steal your stuff or bribe other people to do their dirty work to make sure that you are hurt before they get you so they could hurt you more in the same areas. This is a thing that happens over and over. But nobody ever says anything about it. But the amount of police brutality, the sense of personal bias and hatred that has gone into this, that has turned it into a complete vendetta of multiple people, has destroyed my sense of life, my quality of life. It has made me go from a person who had an apartment and a place to live to living in this. At the moment. And now that they know that I am about to be able to set up my life to a quiet, calm situation, they're going out of their way to make sure that they make up as much lies as they possibly can to, I guess, make some sort of arrest. But this is after they are going after and telling people to threaten me and telling them that they better come in and jump me and take my stuff and attack me and everything like that. So I really want everyone to open their eyes to the extent that the government is allowing what we call as cowboy cops to go and do whatever they want without justification, without reason, just off of assumptions, just off pure assumption. There's nothing that I have done that warrants anything like this. So the only thing I have is an outstanding parking ticket and a failure to show documents. That's what I have in years. So it's come down to an absolute sense of injustice where you are taken advantage of because you don't have a way to protect yourself. You are completely vulnerable in every sense of the way. How are we supposed to protect ourselves when this is happening? When this is what we are reduced to? When the cops are allowed to tell people that they're allowed to beat you up and steal your shit without legal consequences or repercussions. And the cops do the same thing. They don't follow you, they stalk you. They don't surveil you. They completely step over the line and watch you naked. They install cameras in your bathroom. They install microphones in your bathroom and hidden cameras in your bedroom. And they're ones that are almost impossible to find. But they would not have the dialogues that they have without tapping or illegally hacking your phone or your transcripts or your records or breaking into your emails that break attorney-client privilege for me, that break therapist-client confidentiality. Not to mention setting up a complete psychiatric unit made up of their own confidential informants and police officers that they go to the extreme. I was misdiagnosed. I was just given medication, and I was basically told that I was crazy. I was just paranoid. And these things actually happen, and they are on camera. On camera at Summit Oaks Psychiatric State Hospital. And I plan on finding a lawyer who is going to pull out the strings and watch everything fall out from underneath it. All the people that have been involved, all these informants, all the access that they have done, all the hidden devices and tracking devices that they have put in my car or put on me, put on anything. The brutality doesn't only come down to physicality, it comes down to warfare. Any sense of warfare that they have, which is physical or which is mental. And this comes down to mental. They are taking advantage of my medical disabilities, my mental disabilities. And they know that. And they know that they're making them worse. And they're trying to break you down. So you are completely defeated by the time they make up something to get you. An investigation is only approved for 6 months at a time. So they have to make up a new lie for another 6 months. And after that, another 6 months, and another 6 months, and another 6 months. So this is going on now to be over 2 years. And in their hacking programs that they have, they give them to other people. So other people can monitor your network, can monitor your IP addresses, and it allows them to see what's going on your phone, on your screens. Like right now, they know exactly what I'm doing, exactly that I'm recording this. And it doesn't end there. And this isn't going to end here. And maybe I will end here. Anytime now. But you need to think of the next person. And you need to think of the way that these things tumble down little by little by little. And the rights that we have are taken away little by little. And eventually the word civil rights will not even exist because of this. They stick together, and when they do that, they deny us the right to police help. They deny us the right to have the help from the courthouses or the district attorneys or anybody like that, because they can go in and they can make something up, or they can just ignore the requests altogether until they fulfill whatever they fulfill. It is something that needs to be addressed, because if it doesn't, more people are going to get hurt and they're going to be harmed. And it always takes something like this, somebody to be hurt, harmed, destroyed, to make a change. It always takes for somebody to die to make a change. And you can see my face swollen right here. And you can see it swollen right here. And that's because while I'm in this room, they spray chemicals from either under the door or into, however. I wake up smelling it. I can't breathe. I can't see. My eyes are crusted shut. It burns when I wash my face. Anything that they can do, they do. And anybody they can get to do the things for them that they can't do, they do. So they get people involved for the places that you stay, which is illegal. And they follow you around everywhere you go and interfere with your life intentionally by sending people over to justify that they are you or you are you by just making a simple comment of, hey, what size are your gauges? To make physical contact, to say that they saw you. Oh, hey, are you such and such? No. But they have already seen your face, so they could say, yes, I saw his face, he's still here. And as much as this is scattered all over the place, I need people to really take this serious. I should have started this earlier, because I could have picked this up in a more, or in a way that is more flat out and explained. But whatever the situation is, and whatever the situation comes to, my name is Bruce Brown, aka Bruce Cedarborg. I am from Morris County, New Jersey. I am currently residing in Essex County, New Jersey. And the amount of suffering that I have had over the last 2 years has destroyed the quality of my life, to where I question whether or not I want to live every day, whether or not life is worth it just to push through and fight some sort of struggle that I have already been defeated in. So now I'm just in a guard. I push filing cabinets in front of my doors at nighttime. I leave the lights on. Unfortunately here, you're not allowed to have weapons, but I'm defeated and I'm broken and I really need help. I need a lawyer that cares. I need support and help from the governor, from the mayor, from the White House, from the district attorney, to the judicial system, to internal affairs. All of this stuff that has been done to me is illegal, and as much legality as they may claim, it's not legal. And they know it's not legal, but they do it anyway. So, take this serious and please help. One way or another. I don't have money for a lawyer. I'm gonna have a public defender who's gonna sell me up the river because they have caseloads and they don't care. So, I got this idea from somebody last night that I was talking to on Facebook. And hopefully this starts to make a change.